Welcome back to MLM Recruiting Mastery, Module 3, How to Invite Your Prospects. And in this section, we're going to talk about every prospect's 3 doubts, okay? Every prospect that you talk to has these 3 doubts. Your prospect, again, always thinks they must do what you did to them. So how you approached them, how you talked, how you acted, how you behaved, what you did, they think when they join, they got to do what you did. All right, so the 3 doubts, number 1, is this for real? Is this for real? I'm going to go into each of these in detail. Number 2 is, can I do this? And number 3, will you help me? Okay, those are every prospect 3 doubts. And every objection, every reason that a prospect doesn't join, it falls into one of these 3 doubts. Because think about it. If the prospect feels they are guaranteed 100% to make $1 million, everyone will join, right? Objections or reasons why they don't join, excuses, or because they have one of these doubts. If it's guaranteed 100% you'll make $1 million, every prospect will find a way to join and get started. Think about that. Someone that's shy, they will all of a sudden break out of their shell if it's guaranteed to make $1 million. If they have no time, they have kids, they'll guarantee they'll hire a nanny, do something if they 100% believe they're going to make $1 million, right? I have no money. They'll go borrow the money, do something, take a loan if they're guaranteed. So whatever reason they don't join is because it falls into these 3 doubts. Is this for real? Can I do this? And will you help me? So let's go over to the first doubt. Is this for real? This is because the lack of belief in MLM, in your company, or the product. Okay, so you get objections like the MLM objection or the pyramid objection, and we'll cover these in the objections module. If you want to go, you want to know how to handle those, you can go skip directly to the objections module. But we're going to move on here. Another reason is this for real? Believe it or not, is usually not the reason why they don't join. All right, because especially if it's a warm market, they know you and like you and trust you. They know that you're not going to scam them. All right, they know that you're not going to scam them. The reason they don't join is really and by the way, the MLM or pyramid objection or the company product, that's normally through education. Okay, and you provide some information, they normally will overcome this pretty good. But the big doubt that holds people back is usually the number 1 reason why prospects don't join is, can I do this? Think about this. If it's guaranteed they're going to make $1 million, they will take a leap of faith and go, and is this for real? They'll take a leap, but they'll actually suspend the doubt, right? Okay, maybe this is not real, but if it's guaranteed $1 million, I'm going to do it anyway, right? There's even some people, unethical people, even maybe illegal, they're still going to do things, right? If it's guaranteed they're going to make money. We've seen people, these are crooks and criminals, right? So doubt number 2 is, can I do this? This is what holds people back. This is what the number 1 reason why people are not joining you. So how does this doubt created? How does this doubt created? It's created by your lack of confidence or inviting the wrong way. So you are probably, and I'm going to go the right way to invite. If you are approaching people nervous or lack of confidence, or you're inviting the wrong way, meaning you talk too much and you scare prospects into thinking they must be good talkers or salespeople. That's one of the easiest ways to turn people off and to create a doubt, because they don't think you can talk. So the more you talk, the more you lose. Because think about this. If you ask a person on the street, ask 20 people, do you like to do sales? How many people would say, oh, I'm excited to do sales. Sign me up, right? Most people never would like to sell. They claim they don't like to sell to their friends, correct? They don't like to sell. Maybe you listen to this, you don't like to sell, but you join network marketing because you see it as a vehicle to achieve your dreams, right? So like me, I didn't like to sell. I had no business skills, no sales or marketing skills, no communication skills at all. So the more you talk, the more you lose, because people always think you got to do what you did to them. All right? Again, I'm going to share this. If you talk a lot, and most of the time, if you're new and you're not going to sound you've never done sales or presentations before, you're not going to sound good. And your prospect's going to say, like, you know what they say to you? How much money are you making? Okay? Because you don't sound good. Okay? You're not confident. Now, if you are, if you give the best presentation, people are still not going to join because then they think they got to be a professional salesperson like you. Then they give the objections like, I don't have time. I don't have time to learn how to present like the way you do, Simon. Or, I can't sell. Or I don't like to sell. Or I can't present. Again, they don't think they can do what you did to them, right? So a lot of these objections, I don't know many people. I'm not a good talker, right? So can I do this? One of the things to emphasize, right, is when you are presenting, and we're going to talk more about this in the effective presentation module, is what percent of people are using your type of company's products. This is a percentage you need to know. So, for example, if you're selling a weight loss product, do you have any statistic of what percentage of Americans, assuming you're listening in America right now, what percentage of Americans want to lose weight? Or you use your company's a skincare company, what percentage of people out there use a skincare product? Or if you're selling mobile services, what percentage of people are using a mobile phone? I assume that's going to be really high, right? Because the why is that is, and we'll talk more about this later, the reason why, the most important thing, get someone to want to market the product, your company's product, is not necessarily the quality, is whether they think they can get customers immediately, right? So, for example, if you have a fast Lamborghini, would you sell Lamborghinis? Your prospect may think, well, I may not know any friends. I mean, a Lamborghini sports car is a very highly crafted, high quality car. But they may think, I don't have many friends that can afford a Lamborghini, so they're not going to do it. Quality is important, right? Your friend probably thinks they can make more money selling Hondas than Lamborghinis, because more of their friends will buy a Honda than a Lamborghini. So knowing the percentage of people. So in the presentations, I would say, you know what? We sell a supplement, and over 63% of Americans are taking supplements right now. Do you have any friends that are taking supplements? And immediately they'll say, oh, yeah, I have a couple friends. Or we have a joint pain product. Do you have a friend? Do you have a couple friends, or maybe your parents or grandparents that are older, that have joint pain? And they'll say, yeah, I know one or two that have a bad knees. Immediately, when they say that, you're painting the picture of the mind that they can immediately customers. Okay? It will actually help their doubt, can I do this? Let's go to doubt number 3. Will you help me? This is also created by your lack of confidence, your inviting the wrong way, and your poor posture. Your prospects know maybe they're not good presenters. Maybe they can't communicate, but maybe they're very excited about the business. But they know that they look at you. If you're not the leader, so it's created by your lack of personal growth and leadership. If your mindset is bothered by petty things, if you're talking about the news and like gossip, they're like, what type of person are you? Because people are always buying you. When they see you growing, when they see you convicted, when confidence, they're like, wow, even if I'm not that good, this person can help me. Right? So objections that come up, I don't have time, I can't sell, I don't like to sell, I can't present. Then it goes back to prospects start thinking again, oh, these are all the things I can't do, I won't be successful. Right? But if you're confident, if you become that confidence and posture, become that leader, and you dedicate yourself to personal growth, and people, again, are always buying your commitment, your change, and your passion. Your conviction. I talk about the 3 C's, right? Your commitment, change, and conviction. When they see you so convicted, so you're growing, like, wow, I've seen you grow. So if you can do it, I can do it. It raises it out. Can I do this? And also feel like if you're growing so fast, I want to be on that bandwagon too. I want to jump on board because I feel like you can help me. Right? So those are the 3 doubts. Is this for real? Can I do this? And will you help me? Please go listen to this section again, because a lot of things you're doing right now is creating these doubts in your prospects. Because remember, these doubts are often created by how you approach your prospects. It's basically how you approach them, right? If you approach them confidently, and if you're nervous and scared, your prospect thinks they got to act like the way you, they got to do what you did to them. So remember, these doubts are always created by how you approach your prospects. If you approach them being nagging, the prospect says, can I do this? I don't want to nag my friends. If you're being pushy, right? This goes back to what I talk about confidence and posture. They think they got to do what you did to them. If you're not growing, you're not convicted, if you're nervous, then they think, oh, if you're nervous, then that doesn't give me confidence. That doesn't mean this is like a guaranteed win. Because if people think it's a guarantee they're going to make $1 million, everyone would join. But it's your behavior, the way you're acting, the way you're approaching people. You're talking too much, too salesy, too desperate, too nagging. You're nervous. You're not following up. That's what's creating these doubts. That is why your prospects are not joining. Okay, so those 3 doubts again. Is this for real? Can I do this? And will you help me? Go and start thinking about what are the things that you're doing that's creating these doubts in your prospects' minds.